Mike Gallagher. Every day, Mike visits with Mark Davis, morning host on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas. Here's today's M&M Experience.
Look at Tim Walz. The other day, he was calling Trump that thing in the Oval Office. And then a couple days later, after the Minneapolis shooting, he was thanking Trump for his phone call expressing concern.
Being a normal person.
Well, he's not a normal person.
Well, no, but that was a normal person thing to do. And
for Trump to call Walz was a normal thing.
And for Walz to say thank you for calling. That was a normal basic decency.
Calling him
thing.
Hitler isn't a normal thing.
Exactly
calling him that thing in the White House. It's wow. What a weird time. There's another story that is just getting a little bit of this CDC thing. You and I haven't talked about this.
No, let's do.
All hell breaking loose at Health and Human Services under the guidance of Bobby Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, buddy.
Of course, it's got all the check boxes, vaccine skepticism.
Yep.
Here we go. Well, it's just been reported, the New York Times, now take it for what it's worth, but the New York Times is reporting that CVS, the country's largest pharmacy chain, is not offering COVID vaccines in 16 states, including Florida, New York, and Pennsylvania, even to people who meet newly restricted criteria from the FDA due to what CVS calls the current regulatory environment. That's the reason the vaccine...
it's a choice for them? I heard some stories say that they can't. There's something they can't do if it's not on a list of approved or recommended things from government.
Right, but they're almost acting like, well, it's the environmental regulatory confusion. Eric Erickson is the talk show host out of Atlanta, and he has chronicled his wife's battle with cancer. And Eric tweeted this morning on X, "My wife has stage 4 lung cancer. She is one of the people the COVID vaccine actually helps. Thanks to the current mess at HHS, CVS is unable to get her the vaccine."
Well, could Walgreens? I mean, you're sitting there giving me CVS
or can you
stories.
pay out of pocket for it?
Aren't there? Well, Eric can. Aren't there 27 pharmacies down the road? So I think this is just a phony story, as is the whole CDC angst. Because what's their main complaint? What's everybody saying? Every mainstream lib news network says, we went and found a professor of pharmacology at Berkeley, and here's his quote: RFK Jr. is the devil. This is terrible. It's anti-science. What do they always say? It's politics horning in on science.
That's
Guys, didn't politics horn in on science when you got COVID wrong? Didn't politics horn in on science? Doesn't politics hone in on science every time anybody talks about climate? Do not lecture me about politics horning in on science.
Preach it, Brother Mark. You know, I've got an anecdotal story about people ask me about ivermectin because I take it every week, and I have for years. My doctor says
Texas passed a bill on ivermectin, letting you get it over the counter in Texas just the other day. I talked about it yesterday.
And I got to go to the pharmacy to get it, and of course you'll remember the very famous pharmaceutical call, Seattle.
Yes, tell everybody that story. You call and they left you a message.
My doctor accidentally phoned in a prescription for ivermectin to a Seattle pharmacy.
Right.
By mistake, I'd been traveling and it was just a holdover. She calls me, this smarmy, pharmaceutical doctor. Oh, you're not going to get. We're not. Do we have? Well, we'll play it for you. Let me play it. Let me play this for Mark. Eric, pop it up. This is this is in the archives.
Yep.
This is an actual voicemail left for me from a smarmy, condescending, pompous, woke pharmacist in the wokest of all cities, Seattle, Washington, proudly telling me she will refuse to fill my ivermectin prescription.
Hi, this is calling from. This message is for Michael. Just letting you know that we received a prescription from your doctor, but unfortunately I am unable to fill this prescription. If you have any questions, our phone number is but just letting you know there are very few pharmacies that are going to be willing to fill this prescription. So just a heads up. Again, if you have any questions.
Just a heads up. There are going to be. So I called her back and I said, lady, I said, why are you politicizing this? She says, I am not.
She was gleeful. She was just gleeful.
Oh, she was. She was so smug.
You're not going to be able to do this. So da 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 da.
And by the way, I told her it took me about 30 seconds when my doctor got his act together and called the right pharmacy here in the free state of Florida. Unlike that cesspool of Seattle, I got my ivermectin in about 30 seconds, dummy. But what, I said, who are you to tell me? She says, I'm the pharmacist. She says, why do you need our ivermectin? I said, it's none of your business. What do you care? This is my doctor. My doctor called this in. But this just showed, and can I tell you a quick personal story?
Of course.
Let me pull the curtain back and get very personal for a moment. Everybody around me has had COVID this week. Everybody around me. Just for COVID is kind of making a return. Just get ready. People are getting COVID. I was talking to one of our network executives this morning. His daughter went to a trip somewhere and she came back with COVID. And she's in bed with the flu. She doesn't feel good. She's healthy.
Right. We're treating it like we always should have, like a bad cold. That's
right, like a bad cold. My son and his wife have a bad cold. They got COVID. Everybody around me, you know who didn't get COVID?
You.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. I don't have COVID, even though people around me have had COVID. Now, by rights, I should have it. You know the only thing that's different? I take ivermectin and they don't.
As a preventive? You popping this stuff like M&Ms to keep it away?
I take it every week. I don't know.
Wow,
you tell
okay.
me. I mean, all I know is I take ivermectin. They didn't. They got COVID. I don't have it.
Do tell.
And I'm telling you, I should have it. I should absolutely have COVID by now.
You should totally.
Now that doesn't mean I'm not testing every 45 minutes.
Exactly. Right.
I mean, I've got my nose is about to fall out.
Keeping Binax in business. The Binax.
I got a stack of Binax COVID tests. It's 10 feet high.
Do you remember when we were having the toughest time finding? This seems like a bad movie we were all a part of 5 years ago. Do you remember? When we had, I don't know, we had a tough time, and you had like this secret storehouse of tests, and you shipped to Lisa and me about 8 or 9 Binax tests. I was so grateful because, we all wanted to know if we had it or whatever. But
and you do realize that by you admitting this, you and I are now going to be castigated and mocked by so many people in our audience who are saying, you two big babies.
Testing's not bad. I'd like to know if I have it. Well, first of all, if I got a screaming case of COVID, I can't come to work in 2021.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is fascinating. Now, I want to analyze what you just said.
Yeah.
Because I think the same way you do, because I think we're kind of normal.
Right.
I'd kind of like to know if I have it. Do you know, I guarantee you open up your phone lines.
Yeah.
There are tons of people who do not want to know. They refuse to test. Now,
but wasn't that because they knew what would happen if they did? That they would be treated as if they were lepers, treated as if they were going to die,
Well, whatever their reason is, I want to know because I don't want to give it to Tracy.
Exactly.
I don't want to give it to people I work with. But yes. I'm telling you, people not testing, that's become a badge of honor.
That was a thing. It
still is.
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Still is. You ask your audience. I guarantee you. Look at the text line.
It might be a thing with me. Okay.
Do you want to test?
Okay, if I had, what are your basic COVID? There's a cough, a little fever, right?
Fever.
If that happens to me tomorrow, do I go get a COVID test? No, I don't. I just
you're not gonna. Good. You want to give it to Rhonda?
No. I'd stay away from people. I figure I got something. If I've got a cold or if I got the flu, I'd stay away from people anyway. It would not be my first thing to go test myself for COVID. I would figure I have the 20 times more likely thing of flu or a cold.
Yeah, that's probably a rational, level-headed thing. Remember, I'm crazy. I'm a hypochondriac, so I always think I'm dying. Look. When I found out that friends of mine got when friends of mine got COVID, I reserved a ventilator. I had one ready on hold. I said, like my name on it.
Download the podcast and hear all of Mike and Mark's conversations at MikeOnline.com for the M&M experience.
That'll do it for a Friday. We've got a great highlight show planned for you on Monday. Hope you tune in for that, and then we'll be back live on Tuesday. Have a great Labor Day holiday weekend. Be safe and keep fighting the good fight. I'm Mike Gallagher. God bless America.